What's up guys, Vampire Cat Productions here with another cosplay product review, and today I'm going to be reviewing this fluffy wolf/husky hat. Now before I get into the review, I also want to mention that this Thursday I will be doing a part 2 to this where I review this matching tail. So make sure if you are new to this channel to subscribe down below so you can catch this if you are interested in seeing this tail. Or if you are watching this later on in the future, click the link in the description because it should be there after the next video is uploaded. So I want to start off this review by saying that this product I am reviewing has actually been modified. And there were actually long, about I'd say 3.5, 4 foot, about 3.5 at that. Not even maybe that long, but there were hand warmers that were on here, and I elected to remove them just because I'm a tall person, but we'll get more into that in the video. So the first thing I noticed when I first got this, as I will show you right now, in the listing it looks like this. It's very gray, it looks almost like an actual gray color, but when I received it, as you can see on camera, I mean, I guess depending on the lighting, it does kind of look like this kind of lighting looks a bit more gray, but if you have it in some good light, let me just kind of adjust my lighting. This is how white it is. It's really just a white kind of fiber with some shiny black synthetic fibers in it. So it's not going to be, if you're looking at this review after I've linked it in this product or similar products, you will think that, hey, this is pretty gray, but it is not. It is more white. But I'm not too upset by that now. I was really upset with it at the time because I got a tail way before I got this that I thought would match with it, even though they're two different types of material. But obviously this doesn't match with gray, especially not the type of gray that I was thinking it is. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but I've gotten over it. The ears, I will say on it, they're kind of floppy a little bit sometimes. It kind of depends. If you have your head in them, in the hat, they aren't as bad as obviously when you don't have anything in there. But they're a little floopy. I mean, if you're in the wind, they're probably gonna like waggle around, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I've never really thought about how much they waggle when you're walking. That might be some kind of, because they do kind of have a nice bounce to them, so maybe they might bounce a little when you're walking, depending on how you walk. And I want to get down to here. So, like I said, these had a nice long hand warmer kind of thing on them. And the hand warmers were actually very nice. They were nice and warm. But for me, like, this is made for more like a small female or a small person. For me, when I'm walking, I don't want to have like my arms crossed. I mean, like, that's the only way that they work for me, is to either hunch over awkwardly or have my arms crossed. And if I just want to like walk casually, they were kind of like they'd kind of be like too short, so I'd have to kind of have my arms cocked back a little. And so that was kind of getting awkward for me. And because I never really used them except for like as a pocket, which unless you have something in both sides, it kind of weighs it down and makes it even more awkward. But other than that, also when I'd eat or whatever, if I was wearing this, I'd have to throw the pads, like I'd have to take the pads and throw them over my shoulder so that they wouldn't like keep swinging down in front of me while I'm trying to eat. So that was another inconvenience. So what I did is not the best stitching job. You can see some pretty crappy stitching in there. I mean, because it's facing it away and there's kind of fluff combed over it, you can't really notice it unless you're looking really closely. But I just kind of wanted to do that as a modification to it, just because, again, I wasn't really getting much use out of the hand warmers and I don't need them. And I honestly kind of like how it looks with just, if I can put it on properly, without the hand warmers and just being like this little hat. I honestly like it. So I'm happy with this look if I can get it on even. But like I said, the hand warmers are a nice thing to have if you either use them. I mean, like I said, I mean, I guess they are kind of not really meant to just like walk around with them. I mean, I guess so if you have your hands kind of like this, or if you're sitting cross-armed, or have your hands like this kind of thing, that's fine. But just if you're trying to walk casually with them and you're very tall, it's not going to work. If you are a short person, I honestly do imagine that if you are a shorter person, you probably can kind of just have them down by your sides and not have to be awkward. But if you're a tall guy, like I'm 6'3", and they just didn't work for me. So if you get these and you also don't want the hand paws and you know how to sew a little bit, you can just kind of like just cut a little bit of the pile off the edge of this so you can kind of fold it under if you're good at pillow stitching. I suck at pillow stitching, so what I mostly did is just kind of did like a kind of loop kind of stitch kind of thing, just because like I really suck at doing pillow stitches very well, and I don't have the kind of patience to kind of loop it in and then loop back out, and that way it's nice and concealed. But if you are good at that, then I definitely recommend doing it that way. Otherwise, a nice little loop stitch works because you can just comb down the fabric. And it is pretty warm. I guess one kind of plus to having the hand warmers is you can kind of hold it tight against your face. I have though been considering maybe possibly getting some kind of like either putting Velcro directly on it, which my head's kind of big and I didn't leave enough material, so maybe not that way, but I have some kind of like strap under here to kind of hold it tighter on my head. If I'm wearing it, I actually keep my head warm. But in the summer, like this way especially, it does allow more breeze just because kind of how these are, and there's not the extra fabric weighing it down. If you do decide to keep the hand warmers, I can't really say how cool it'll be when it's warm because I haven't really worn this much in hotter temperatures. But you know, just as this, I'm pretty happy with it. So overall, I mean, as for fitting, oh god, my hair, Jesus Christ, my hair is terrible. And overall, this is pretty much a one-size-fits-all unless you have a behemoth head. I mean, I have a pretty big head. I can't find like fitted hats that are my size hardly anywhere. But this is, I mean, there's not really much way that this can't fit your head unless, like I said, you have some behemoth gigantic head. I imagine if you have a smaller head, it might be a bit more awkward, but you can just kind of tilt it back a bit more and have it more down the back of your head. So I think just depending on how you wear it, pretty much anyone, any size of head can wear this. It's pretty good. I haven't worn it a ton, but for something that's just shipped straight from China, it's got a pretty quality construction. I haven't had any seams open up anywhere besides where I cut them for my modification. The synthetic fur is fairly soft for being a synthetic fur. This is, I know for sure, synthetic fibers. You can definitely tell by the feel it's not as soft as real fur. I'm okay with kind of like some real fur, like real fur tails, if they're sourced from like animals that people find that died of natural causes, but that's it. If they didn't die of natural causes, no. But yeah, this is a faux fur, and again, the construction is pretty good. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a ton to review about this. I mean, it's a pretty simple product. But if you are looking for this type of like thing, like if you want like a nice fluffy little floof hat to kind of wear around, like if you're a furry or you like wolves or huskies or any kind of thing like that, this is definitely a must for people like that. I definitely recommend it. I might wear this to some kind of con, I don't know if I ever get around to that. But overall, this is a amazing hat for the price that I paid. And I would totally recommend looking into getting this. And of course, I will be putting a link to this down in the description. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you this Thursday for part 2. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye! And also, guys, make sure to follow me on all these platforms so you can keep up with me and my channel. The link's in the description below.